We start with the search for Nancy Guthrie, now continuing into its 13th day.
Pima County Sheriff answering questions as the search for her continues.
Yeah, we're also getting a closer look at the suspect caught on surveillance, specifically new details on their clothing that detectives believe could be the break this case needs. We'll see. Fox 10's Ellen McNamara is live in Tucson for us tonight.
Hey guys, well today, Sheriff Chris Nanos finally answered some questions, and frankly, it was a wide-ranging interview, and they were questions that we have wanted answers to for some time now. I also spoke with a former FBI agent, though, about the backpack that the suspect had with him, and he tells me that because we know exactly what that backpack looks like and where it comes from, that could ultimately help find him.
There's a great love here for Miss Guthrie, and everybody wants her back.
It's been more than a week since we've heard from Sheriff Nanos on the record, and since then, allegations of infighting between local law enforcement and the FBI have been leaked. The sheriff telling Fox News that they've been working with the FBI from the very beginning and sending critical evidence to the lab that they've always worked with.
It's not even close to accurate. First of all, we don't hold information from anybody that's going to help us. Why would we do that?
He also said that the Guthrie family has been 100% cooperative and, quote, it was getting crazy out there with allegations about the family.
This is all about finding Nancy. That's all it is.
Retired former FBI special agent in charge, Michael Tabman, says that cooperation between local and federal law enforcement is key to finding the suspect.
Different way of doing things, different culture, but we always seem to work through it. Doesn't mean behind the scenes we weren't, arguing and calling headquarters and stuff, but we tried not to go public with that.
The reward money has grown to $100,000, and the FBI put out more of a description of the suspect. And the backpack he was wearing, now identified as an Ozark Trail 25-liter pack that is an exclusive Walmart brand, is critical.
I bet they're, pretty extensive. They could track it down, probably to where someone bought one. I know many stores keep profiles of people, not by name, but when things are bought, like certain brands are bought, they'll keep profiles of, ethnicity, age, sex, to know how those things are selling. So with all that information, they could probably come down to a very particular transaction.
In the Catalina foothills, more people are dropping off bouquets to show support for the family.
We just wanted to show her support. I've watched Savannah all these years, and, just thinking about what if it was my mother.
Now, as for the backpack that the suspect had, I actually went out and bought one, the exact one that the suspect was wearing, and it has been identified. It's pretty small. It's really cheap, just $10. So this backpack, again, as Michael Tabman told me, could be the key to finding the person ultimately responsible. Guys.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Ellen, let's talk about evidence for a second, because now there's reports that there weren't any gloves found inside the house. There's also reports that DNA evidence found inside the house does not belong to Nancy. So what are you hearing?
Yeah, so we have heard from the sheriff saying that the DNA that was found inside of her home does not belong to her. Now, who does it belong to? We have no idea, right? So they just got those lab results back. We also don't know what the home looked like inside. We have no idea what that crime scene looks like. We got a glimpse of it, right? We got a glimpse of it on the front porch with a couple of those blood drops, but we don't know what it actually looks like inside. So we're still waiting on that. And as far as kind of the windbreaker that suspect was wearing, we are learning a little bit more about that, and hopefully they can identify that and get some more information that could also help solve this case too. Yeah. Now, as far as the gloves, Tina, you talked about those, and the sheriff at one point, there was some outlet that was reporting that there was maybe a glove that was found inside of the home. He says that is not true. That is absolutely not accurate. And I think you guys know this. This is a national story, and it's crazy, right? I mean, it's kind of a circus, frankly. We have a ton of bloggers now showing up on the street where Nancy Guthrie lives. So anytime someone hears something, you know, it goes out onto social media and then might get picked up, for example. But no, Sheriff Nanos said a glove was not found inside the home, just those 2 gloves that were found about 2 miles from her property, and they are waiting on test results on those.
Ellen, the blood found not blood, we haven't said that. DNA found inside the home that does not belong to Nancy Guthrie. If they run that and whoever is the owner of that, who is the person of that, and they're not in CODIS, the database for people criminally convicted or brought in for a charge, then that leaves you with genetic genealogy, a familial DNA. That takes a lot of time.
It does. And you bring that up, and we've kind of talked about this as well. That's like Brian Koberger, right? And the Idaho murder, the Idaho murderers. So it does take a while, and it could take a while. But Michael Tabin told me again today that just this backpack, literally knowing the backpack, knowing where it comes from, the exclusive brand that Walmart has, that is a huge clue.
Yeah.
So we could hear something before that familial DNA is even done.
Yeah.
Okay. Ellen McNamara, nice work, Ellen.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
You can continue to stay on top of the very latest on the search for Nancy Guthrie. We've got a special section devoted to this case, fox10phoenix.com/Guthrie. You can also get the latest by downloading the Fox local app.